Have you been thinking about buying a house but aren't really sure what the process is? Hi, I'm Rhonda with Comey & Shepherd Realtors, and we're going to talk about that right now. Today, we are going to dive into the entire sales process from start to finish, just to give you a better understanding. So when we do get into contract, you will understand what's coming. All right, so let's dive right in. So first off, you have to find your dream home. And that at the moment is probably the hardest part of this entire thing. We have low inventory and multiple offers and all kinds of crazy stuff happening. So just know, once we get past that part, it gets a lot easier. So the second step is making an offer. There's a lot of documents and you're probably gonna be like, what? I don't even know what this stuff is. Is it important for me to read it? And so there are some things that are going to come standard. A property disclosure. That's something that the seller is required to fill out based on their knowledge of the property. Anything that they know about from the last 5 years at minimum. A lot of people go back further than that, but at least 5 years. The second thing is an agency disclosure, and that just kind of tells everyone that's involved in the process who is representing who as far as real estate agent. We're also going to create a contract to purchase, and that's the actual offer part. So that's the one you really need to focus in on and make sure that the terms are correct of what you're actually wanting to offer the homeowner. And then we also want to provide a pre-approval letter with our offer. So that way we kind of send all of these items over to the listing agent, and that just shows them where we are as far as what we can and want to do on this property. Step 3. Once the sellers accept your offer, now the fun begins. We are off to the races, and there's a lot of things that have to happen right at one time. I'm gonna take you through the steps right now, but don't worry, when we are in contract, we're gonna walk you through everything so you don't have to come back and watch this video again, but we're just getting you prepared. So the first thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna pay that earnest money that we have agreed to pay. It needs to be deposited in our brokerage trust account within no more than 3 days. And so we have identified a time period on the contract, but the max is 3 days. We have to show that it has actually been deposited. So you're gonna do that. We're also gonna set up our home inspections if we're doing any, and get that insurance quote. This is also the time when we are going to review HOA documents. And I'm not just talking about the rules and regulations, whatever restrictions there are, but we also want to review financials, especially if you're in a monthly, like an HOA condo situation where there are monthly fees, because they are typically taking care of the exterior of the property, and we need to make sure that they have lots of funds in their coffers to make that happen. We also want to get their meeting minutes, because what if they plan to do something and there's not any money, or there's an assessment coming up, or maybe they just finished putting a roof on or siding or something like that. Like, it's just nice to know what they've been talking about, what they see for the future, so that you know whether or not that's a community that you want to be a part of. So step 4, the inspection period. So if we are doing inspections and the house was not stated that it's being sold as is, we are going to negotiate repairs or credits or price reduction or something to that effect with the sellers to get to an agreement. And if we do not get to some sort of agreement, the contract ends. Like, done. finito, finished. It's over. So just remember that we want to come to an agreement. It's a negotiation. It doesn't mean that you have to give up everything or that they have to do everything you ask. It is a negotiation. Step 5, if we come to an agreement on inspections, and know that that does happen about 95% of the time, it's time to apply officially for your loan and pay for your appraisal. And if you're a cash buyer, well, you won't have a loan process, but you do still have the option to hire an appraiser and have them come out and appraise the property. Just remember, if that was not in the contract, it has no bearing on the contract. So we do need to specify a period of time for that if you'd like to have it appraised. Basically, the appraiser is just giving a value to the home based on other similar properties in the area that have sold recently. It's that simple. All right, step 6, we are almost there. Underwriting and loan approval. This can be really quick, or it can feel like purgatory. So it's all comes down to the lender. Make sure that you choose wisely. So check out this interview with Dan Farrell from Ruoff Mortgage to see or to learn more about their process. And lastly, step 7, while all this other stuff is happening, the title company has been secretly working behind the scenes to make sure that we have clear title. And if we do not have clear title, they have been working to clear things from the title. So could be something the seller needed to take care of. And sometimes there are issues with the borrower. It's not often, but they may ask for your social security number just to make sure that you are not someone that they found information on. So all of that comes together and we get a clear to close from the lender. And so the very last step is closing. We are going to show up at usually my office or the title company with the sellers usually and a closing agent, and we're going to sign documents. Well, I'm not really going to sign, you're going to sign documents, but at the end of the day, if we have occupancy at closing, you're going to get those keys and you're going to get to go start moving in or whatever it is you need to do to that house. It's yours at that point. So I hope that this has been helpful. And if you know anybody else looking to buy or sell, send them our way, share this video with them, and remember to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.